Charles James to the front.
Will everyone please stand for the national anthem? Pledge of Allegiance, sorry. All right. Oh, over here. Oh, okay.
So we can get your picture.
All right.
There you go. Just get there.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Please be seated. Good evening, parents, families, friends, and distinguished guests of the class of 2022. Welcome to the Cleveland High School for Digital Arts, the 5th annual commencement exercise. All right, I'm with it. My name is Jasmine Mays. I serve as the principal and head of school for digital arts. As you know, graduation is a time of celebration and a valued requirement that all should be proud to participate in. Our senior students have worked extremely hard to finally see this formal ceremony, and we want this occasion to reflect their efforts. Please remain seated during the ceremony so that our professional photographer is able to capture the memories. Where do I start? The class of 2022 deserves to be here. They have done something no class has ever done before. Not only did they have a less than normal senior year, they had a less than normal junior year and an interrupted sophomore year with the start of the pandemic. Throughout their time, they hung on to each other and their passions. They encouraged one another, and the seniors on this stage pushed through to earn these diplomas. We are proud of their accomplishments and the mental tenacity it took to get here. But more than that, they should feel proud of themselves. Thinking about how far they've been and how far they will go, I want to take this time to address them directly. I encourage you to see how much you have to give to this city. Move through the world with empathy, to create change wherever you go and use what the school has taught you, especially in moments of adversity. Don't be afraid to speak up and speak loudly. You each have your unique path. Pursue it in the face of economic disparity, systemic racism, and anything else that this world throws at you. Take your place as problem solvers and pay forward what you accomplish as graduates. We will truly miss having you at school every day at Lakeside, but it will always be your home. Again, I am so honored to be here with all of you, family and partners, to honor this occasion. And I'm pleased to have, you all here on this special day. We are particularly glad to welcome Mr. Eric S. Gordon, Chief Executive Officer of CMSD, Dr. Marcy Shankman, Chief Organizational Learning Officer, Dr. Lee Buddy, Chief Engagement Officer, as well as Dr. Leslie Parker Barnes as the keynote speaker. Please give them a round of applause for joining us today. And welcome to our 2022 commencement. We will continue our ceremony with Mr. Kenneth Grant.
Good evening. Hello, my name is Kenneth Grant. I am the Dean of Engagement and Student Support. First, allow me to congratulate the parents and everyone that has offered support during this journey. Your hard work and consistency has paid off. I salute you for allowing us the opportunity to serve your student and to help with molding the young people sitting on this stage today. Will all parents, guardians, or anyone that has had an influence on your students please stand? Now, students, please give a round of applause to thank the special person that has been instrumental in your educational career. You may be seated. A commencement ceremony is the formal recognition of the students' accomplishments, both collectively and individually, and a time for parents, relatives, and staff to observe the graduates being honored. As such, it is necessary that the ceremony be a celebration that befits the occasion. Every parent deserves the right to hear or her child's name, and we don't want to take that moment for granted. We respectfully request that you allow every family member to hear the name of the student they came to support. Just know that the work does not stop here. As the song goes, there's one more river to cross. So this is not the end of your journey, but it's just the beginning. To the students, stay focused on your goals, reevaluate your habits constantly, and utilize the supports that are designed to help you. We would like to recognize the following students for their academic achievements. Would the Say Yes Scholarship recipients please stand? You may be seated. Will the top 10 students please stand? You may be seated. Will the Valedictorian and Salutatorian please stand? You may be seated. Congratulations and good luck. At this time, please welcome Class of 2022 Salutatorian Alexander Hepner for his remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. Hello, students, faculty, family, and friends. I am pleased that you could all be in attendance for the class of 2022 CHSDA graduation. My name is Alexander Hepner, and I am your salutatorian. When I was a freshman, I remember seeing the seniors walking around and thinking it would be an eternity before I became one myself. However, these 4 years seem so short. As I think back to 4 years ago, I realize how much we have all grown and changed. Sadly, in these 4 years, there was, of course, the pandemic to contend with. Remote schooling took us physically away from our classrooms, our friends, and our teachers. Even though it was, and still is, a global tragedy, I believe it is important to realize that we toughed it out, and here we are, on the other side of the high school finish line. We had the resolve to continue through the hardship and alienation of quarantine. We are here today because of our grit and determination. Seniors, be proud of yourself for pushing through and succeeding in a situation which no other generation has experienced. It is also important to thank those who have been by our sides during these trials and tribulations. So be sure to thank your family and others for continuing to aid you when things get difficult. Cleveland High School for Digital Arts is a truly unique school. The fact that you chose to attend the school shows that you have some passion for game design, graphic design, film, recording arts, or some other digital art form. While much of the time and experiences we had in these classes was hindered by the pandemic, we had teachers and faculty helping to motivate us through online schooling and pushing us to excel academically. So whatever your passion is, please don't let go of it. Continue to explore what moves you even after your time in high school. Create your own art. Continue to hold on to what you enjoy doing. Explore your interests and discover what you love doing. Through the experiences we gain in high school, we will move forth into the real world, a scary place holding college, careers, and new experiences, both terrifying and joyful. Though it seemed like an unscalable mountain, high school was just a small stepping stone in our lives. We still have many years ahead of us to explore our passions and better ourselves. Our futures are limitless. Some of us will attend college for 2 or 4 years, perhaps even longer. Some of us will head straight into the workforce. Wherever the future takes us, it is vital that we enjoy life and make the best of what we have. As Confucius said, wherever you go, go with all your heart. CHSDA students, I wish you the best of luck with your dreams. Thank you for your time. Coming to the podium now is our 2022 Valedictorian, Yasir Anderson.
Thank you, Alexander, for that speech. Hi, I'm Yasir Anderson, the Valedictorian at the Cleveland High School for Digital Arts of the class of 2022. And I'd like to also take a moment to acknowledge the students that graduated tonight. We finally made it. And it was not a simple feat. Aside from the typical challenges any student will face, we had dealt with the full effect of COVID for three of our 4 years in high school, dealing us the short end of the stick, denial. Denial that the pandemic was even real to begin with. Denial of our ability to see our friends and our family members. Denial that the pandemic might ever end. And finally, denial that we'll ever be able to return to normal. This whole situation took an emotional toll that affected more than just our academics. I faced these struggles the same as everyone else, but it took a while for me to realize I was not alone. Each of us in our own separate ways had to figure out how to overcome denial, both outside and inside. Graduates, I want you to acknowledge your communities. Without them, we wouldn't be able to sit here today. At times when we may well have given up on our dreams, our success, and most of all ourselves, these are the people that pushed us to persevere. They pushed us to face our challenges, including attending school and focusing on our education. For that, I personally want to give gratitude to my father, who gave me so many long lectures on why my educational path is so important. It got a little repetitive, but it proved effective. He was committed to see me succeed, even when I wasn't. I also want to thank my friends who pushed me to do better and expected the same push from me. None of us are perfect, and it is important to have a group of people who believe in you and your potential. And lastly, I want to thank the school for its unique courses and team. Once we leave this school, a long chapter of our lives, I urge you, my fellow classmates, to remember the people who helped us to get here. As we venture away to pursue our dreams, careers, we must not forget the people we met on our journeys that helped or even forced us to grow. This is less the end of an era and more the first and a long line of accomplishments in each of our lives. Now is our time to make it big, and as all the years you know, we have support systems that will back us up even when we fail. It is time to look to the future, graduates, because we're a long way from finish. Thank you. And now a word from our Vice Principal, Nancy Cosner.
Good evening. I am the Assistant Principal, Nancy Cosner. Please join me in applauding Alexander and Jessir again for their reflections. I am excited to introduce our keynote speaker for today. Dr. Leslie Parker Barnes is a native of Akron, Ohio, a graduate of Akron Public Schools, and is the recipient, of the degrees from Bowling Green State University, the McCreary Center for Black Religious Studies, Ashland Theological Seminary, and her doctorate in worship from Robert E. Weber Institute for Worship Studies. Dr. Barnes is the founder of the Youth Excellence Performing Arts Workshop, a thriving service for youth in the Akron area. She was the recipient of the Akron Beacon Journal's Extraordinary Women Crystal Award in recognition of her service to youth. In 2012, she received the Morgan Impact Award for Imagination from the PEGS Foundation for her service to children. Dr. Barnes is a vocalist who performs with the nationally acclaimed gospel group, Divine Hope. She annually presents a Leslie Parker Barnes and Friends concert featuring a community choir made up of members throughout the greater Akron area. In addition to her leadership of YPA, Dr. Barnes is a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and serves as a minister of praise and worship arts at Arlington Church of God in Akron. Please join me in welcoming our motivational speaker, Dr. Leslie Parker Barnes.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's just wonderful to be here again. Thank you to be able to stand before the Cleveland High School for the Digital Arts graduating class of 2022. I want to talk to y'all. I'm facing this way. But what I'm going to say, you guys can listen in, but I want to talk to you. Is that all right? Thank you, because you deserve supreme recognition for having completed the courses necessary to meet the requirements for your high school diploma. Especially in these very challenging times, I'm going to reiterate what Alexander and your sir have already said, but I want to make sure that you get it, because you did it. You finished in such challenging times, from gun violence to the lingering effects of COVID virus, from the devastating deaths of innocent children while sitting right in their elementary school rooms, to the horrible slaughters taking place in the Ukraine. Come on now, for gas prices skyrocketing. Can we talk about gas prices? To mothers not being able to purchase formula for newborn babies. You can buy a gun easier. You can buy Similac. You guys finished. You did it. You did it. In light of many challenging things, you got done. You pushed through. You finished. So come on, let's give them one more round of applause. Woo! 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 You did it. And so I just want to ask you to do one more thing. You said, come on, one more. One more thing. Make today count. Make today count. How I wish I could tell you that walking across this stage and shaking the principal's hand and receiving your diploma is it, and life is going to be a breeze from then on, but baby girl, it's just not going to be like that. I wish I could tell you that once you get that diploma in your hand, all your concerns are over, but young brother, that's just not the case. So I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. Make today count. You say, how, Dr. Barnes? How do I make today count? You got to keep growing. You got to keep growing. And one of the ways is to start applying what you've already learned. You've already learned some things, like waiting till the last minute to get that project done. Waiting till the last minute probably wasn't your best work, but you found out that if you planned it, and if you got ready for it, and if you prepared for it, then you could put your best self forward. Keep growing, keep growing. You probably realize that multitasking is a myth. You heard me. Multitasking is not real. You can do 2, 3 things at the same time. You just can't do all of them well. You can get it done, but it won't be at your best. You cannot text and drive and watch the road at the same time. You can't do it. You can't do it. My car knows that. My car knows that. Whenever I back up, I got a car that's got the big screen that puts all the little lines to show you once you put it in reverse what's going on behind you. My car has enough sense to know that if I'm in reverse and I push that little button to send a text, it won't do it. It won't do it. Because I don't have no business trying to back into traffic and send a text to my husband asking him what's for dinner. You have got to realize there's some things you already know. You already know that the best way to be a good friend, the best way to have a good friend, is to be a good friend. That's the best way. If you want good friends, then be a good friend. I know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of friends. I'm always around people. I love people. I'm just a people person. Where's the party? Where the people going to be at? I'm trying to be there. But I don't have a lot of friends because I need a friend who can tell me when I'm wrong, who can look me in my face and tell me, girl, I'm with you. I'm going to stand right beside you. You can count on me, and you wrong. And I also need that friend who can stand beside me and say, girl, you balling, you got it. You got it going on, and it doesn't take anything from me to celebrate you. I need real friends, and I don't have a whole lot of them. Just to let you know, those 2,000 friends you got on Facebook, they're not your friends. They call, okay. So, you gotta keep growing. You gotta keep growing. You gotta increase your capacity to not just receive, but your capacity to give. You gotta increase your capacity. There's a body of water spoken of in the Bible called the Dead Sea. And the reason why it's the Dead Sea is because it has everything coming into it, but it has no ways, no outlets. You don't want to be somebody that's just always taking, somebody just always getting, somebody just always receiving, but you don't have anything to give. And let me let you in on something. You can't give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. Let me say it like this. You can't give what you ain't got. Don't say it like that when you repeat it. When you repeat it, say it correctly. Okay, don't say Dr. Barr said it like that, okay? Say it correctly. You can't give what you don't have. Keep growing. Don't let these 13 years that you have invested from kindergarten all the way up here, 13 years that you have invested be a waste by stopping here. Make today count. Keep growing. Keep growing. How? By setting another goal. Set another goal. Maximize your potential. Choose to be exceptional. I had somebody today, I was walking out of the back of our room where the copier machine is in my building. I was walking, the lady couldn't even see me, and she said, I knew it was you. I knew your walk. I was like, well, okay then. I mean, I've had people say they recognize my voice, but she knew my walk, and this is what she said. Because when you walk with purpose. You walk like you going somewhere. Just the sound of my feet Come on now, come on now. You want to make sure that you are exceptional. Choose to be somebody. Choose to be somebody. See, a goal is just a dream with a deadline. That's all it is. It's a dream with a deadline. I love dreaming. I love thinking up new things. I love having new ideas. But what moves the thought from the dream stage, from mere wishful thinking, is making it a goal by attaching a deadline to it. Make today count. Somebody needs to say, by the end of this week, I will have set up an interview for an internship. By the end of this week, I am going to set up an interview for a job in my area of interest. This week. Put a deadline on it. Somebody needs to say, by the beginning of August, I will know everything I need to know to make my transition from high school to college smooth. I'll understand my financial aid. I'm going to know my schedules. I'll know what books I need. I know that I need extra long sheets for the resident hall beds. Don't go in there with regular sheets. It's not going to fit. You're going to have a tough night because it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit your bed. You want to be able to say that I know my roommate's name. You want to be able to say, tomorrow I will set up a savings account. Those $15, $20, $35, $50, that money you're going to get for graduation, you can blow it by Saturday. Or you can open up a savings account. You can make a choice. You can put a deadline on it. I don't know how they find out that y'all graduate, but the banks know you graduated. I don't know where they get your name. I don't know how they get your social security number. I don't understand it, but somebody's going to offer you a credit card. You heard me? They're going to offer you a credit card. You don't have any money, but they're going to offer you a credit card. Now, they're not going to tell you that it's a 21% interest rate. That's probably, if you max that thing out, it'll take you almost the rest of your life to pay it off. Or you can make today count. And you can say that I will begin the process of living debt-free. Now. Somebody needs to say, I'm going to research the armed services, the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, and I'm going to see if it will or if it won't work for me. If it won't work, I know why it won't work. Not because I just said I won't do it, but I know why it won't work for me. Put a deadline on it. Make today count. Keep growing. Keep reading. Keep asking for help. Set a new goal. Lastly, I'm going to take my seat. Show gratitude. Tell somebody today, thank you. I know today is all about you. I know, and it is. But if you want to make today count, tell somebody thank you today. Tell that teacher that didn't give up on you and probably should have. Tell them thank you. Tell Granny, tell Granddad, thank you for the personal things that you sacrificed so that I could get my nails done. So I could get that outfit, so I could go out to dinner, so I could get to New Bronze. The things that they did not take on themselves, that they didn't receive themselves to make sure that you had it. Tell them thank you today. Tell somebody thank you. Tell the bus driver that waited for you every time you was running down the street late again, and the bus driver waited for you. Get on the bus and show them your diploma and say, I did it. Tell the doctor, tell the counselor that advised you, that walked with you so that now you are able to walk this stage. Thank you. Tell Dad, thank you for telling me that I could do it when I was convinced I couldn't. Tell Mama when I wanted to quit, when I told you I was quitting, when I was saying it ain't nothing else you can say, I'm quitting. And she said, no, you're not. And you didn't, and you finished, and you're here today. Tell her thank you. Tell your older sister, thank you for setting the example. Tell your brother, thank you for being the example. Now, I can be an example of what persistence and hard work looks like. And just let me tell you, you're looking mighty good today. Yeah. June 16th, 2022. You did it. You finished. And you deserve all the accolades coming your way. They're not going to let you yell when they say your baby's name. So one more time, holla, holla, holla. Say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Do you hear that? Do you hear that? You finished. And we are so proud of you. So I'm just asking you to please do one more thing. And I promise you I'm getting ready to sit down. You are more likely not to ever see me again. They going to ask you later on tonight, what was the commencement speaker's name? And you're going to say, I don't know. I don't know. You won't even remember me. So I hope you will hear my voice ringing in your heart and in your mind forever. Just one more thing. Make today count. Make today count. If you do it today, you'll develop the habit of making every day count. Keep growing. Keep expanding your capacity so that you will be a contributor and not just a taker. Set a new goal. Complete it. And then set another goal, complete it, and then set another goal so that you will live a fulfilled life. And then today, don't put it off. Today, look somebody in the face who helped you get here and tell them thank you. God bless you.
All right, just one more round of applause for Dr. Barnes. We want a small token of appreciation for her.
All right, it's time to do some business. Head of School Principal Jasmine Mays, class advisor, and faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students here have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by the Cleveland High School for the Digital Arts, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and of the Ohio Department of Education?
I certify that all the students seated before us this afternoon have met all of the educational requirements of the state of Ohio and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Then, by the authority of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, the members of the Cleveland High School for the Digital Arts, your diploma, with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District and Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb, I wish to congratulate the men and women of the class of 2022 and your parents and families. Let's call the roll.
At this time, we will welcome Benjamin Chronister, English Language Arts teacher, and Anita Rice, Spanish teacher, to the podium to announce the names of our graduates.
Sorry, I don't get nervous, but this is the best part. To all our family and friends, this is such an important moment in our ceremony, and every parent wants to hear their child's name called. As stated earlier, this is a joyous celebration, and we want for all families to hear the name of their graduating senior. With that said, will the first row stand? Carvon Anderson. Jasir Alexander Anderson. Priscilla Barraget. They only have the one thing that they're all just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We have a minor traffic jam, but we're sorting it out, and it will right itself soon. Oh, hang on. Okay, we're gonna do this over. We're gonna start this again. So would the first row please get back in order and then continue standing? This is the kind of adaptability that digital arts high school students are trained for. So we're all good. One more time with feeling. Carvon Anderson. Jasir Anderson. Priscilla Barraget. Ayana Brown Hagwood. Lajuan Burnett Simmons. Brandon Caraballo. Jaime Castellano. Sunshira Chandler. Deshaun Christian. Taekwon Darasaw.
Will row 2 stand? Oh, good. Sean Nathan Dickerson. George Finnerty. Philip Hawkins. Kyla Henderson. Malachi Heron. Alexander Heppner. Makai Heron. Ren Hine. Tyshawn Hines. Charles James.
Will the, there we go. Darius Johnson. Dorian Mays. Christopher McClure. Luis Mendez. Christian Miller. Everin Mitchell. Aaron Pagel. Jaden Paulino. Cheyenne Pitts. Trayvon Priest.
Sean Rains. Lena Ransberg. Devon Richards. Xavier Rivera. Earl Roberts. Shane Santiago. Juan Sullivan. Dylan Stute. Amari Townsend. Allie Wittenberg. And last but not least, Cameron Winchester.
Christian Miller.
It is now time to move your tassels from the right side to the left side.
In theory.
If you ever forget which side your tassel goes on, remember you wear it on the left side over your heart to remind you of your alma mater. Graduates, please stand.
As graduates and alumni of the Cleveland High School of the Digital Arts, you have rights of any other graduate of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. You have the right to exercise your talent in this community as contributing members of the society. You have the right to become proud CHSDA alumni and to continue to pursue your dreams. Now move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. Congratulations. Thank you all for joining us in celebration. As we conclude our ceremonies, please allow the graduates time to process out. We ask that you exit at the door closest to your section for a timely exit in a moment. However, we're going to allow the graduates to exit and take their class photo on the stairs, and then they will join you with their diplomas in hand. Please remain seated while the class of 2022 take their class photo. Security will come in and dismiss you all momentarily. Thank you.